Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking on our level 25 fishing quest, as well as continuing our catch-up of our fishing logs. Hello Sisipu, what do you got for me today? Sisipu, have you learned a new technique? Well, yes, that's what I'm here for. You're familiar with the Culinarians Guild, aren't you, Satora? If you couldn't tell by its supercilious name, their members are a finicky bunch, particularly the fussy Master Lingsaf. So when he comes asking for shadow catfish, no other fish will do, even if I kindly explain that fishing one out involves an arduous journey to Fallgourd Float followed by grueling labor. Naturally, I thought of you for the task. This will likely require a bit of fish wheeling, if you know what I mean, though I imagine you do not, as I just invented that word. It means recasting a fish you've just caught as bait for a yet larger fish. In my wisdom, I have deemed that your fishing prowess, landfaring acumen, and physical presence directly in front of me qualify you as the ideal candidate for the job. I have no doubts you'll be more than amply capable of fish wheeling or any other new terms I see fit to conjure up for that matter. Simply use crayfish balls to catch a striped goby, then recast that to catch the shadow catfish. Take it from the inventor of fish wheeling, since the striped goby will become your lure, you'll want to catch the biggest, shiniest one you can. A long journey lies ahead of you, and I fear the guild will not be the same in your absence. However, I choose to think of it not as losing a friend, but gaining a shadow catfish. Good luck. Okay, so you're basically really stressed and you're passing it on to me, got it. Fish wheeling, or mooching as it is more widely known, involves catching a large fish and then recasting your line with the fish still on it in an attempt to land even larger prey. A high perception rating will increase your chances of catching fish of large size. So yes, mooching is going to be something we're doing more and more as fisher. Especially as we get to higher and higher levels, the harder to catch fish can only be caught by mooching in many circumstances. So we are going to Fallgourd Float, they said? So that's going to be back in Gridania. In the North Shroud. So that's a bit of a trek. I will meet you over there. Alright, we are up here in North Shroud, making our way west towards Fallgourd Float. Just past Treespeak Stables, we're just going to want to keep following the road to the west, and we will get there in time. I believe we have been here before, at least a few times. But it is worth showing the route just in case. Alright, so the striped goby we need to catch first. As I mentioned, mooching is, or fish wheeling as Sisipu called it, is basically catching a fish and then using that fish as bait to catch a bigger fish. And you can only use fish which are classified as large in mooching. So if I wanted to use a fish as bait to catch more fish, I would need to catch a large-sized fish. So, looking at the Final Fantasy XIV Angler Guide, it looks like our best bet for catching striped gobies is with the crayfish ball, which I have attached onto my line. And let me check. I should have an ability which increases my chance of getting a large-sized fish. Yeah, patience followed by one of the hook sets. So, let's do patience and cast. And I believe we're going to be looking for a single exclamation mark, so precision hook set's what we want. Alright. Got a striped goby, but unfortunately it was not the right size. Our patience is still up and going, so we can still continue to use it. Don't need to use more GP to cast it again, thankfully. And if we're quick enough and lucky enough, hopefully... Here we go, got a large-sized striped goby, so now we can mooch it, use it as bait for our next fish. Use our powerful hook set, because otherwise we have reduced hooking efficiency thanks to patience. That's the trade-off. You're more likely to get a large-sized fish, but you're less likely to hook it unless you actually use the proper hook set. Okay, got our shadow catfish, so now we can make our way all the way back to Sisipu, actually before we head back, I do want to check real quick. Okay, that is really good to see. Our fishing log is full for Fall Gourd Float, so I don't even need to worry about filling this in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and meet you all the way back in Limsa. Alright, Sisipu, I return with the shadow catfish you asked for. Now, could you please treat me with a little bit more respect than someone who just you send out to do the jobs that you're too stressed about to do? You'll find the catfish you seek a Fall Gourd Float in the North Shroud. Mayhap it's a tad presumptuous to say you will find one, but that's where they are at any rate. Don't worry, I found your shadow catfish. Lingsa thought I'd crack a smile when he glimpses this beauty. They say never to look a gift fish in the mouth, but one can't help but stare at that gaping grimace. It looks like it could swallow a person whole. I'm sure the fish of Gridania are none too displeased to see this one leave the water. I heard that Yarzons covet the fish too, sometimes migrating north and attacking fishermen in hopes of stealing the catch. Suppose I should have warned you about that ahead of time. I think we were fine. We were in civilization, so no risk from Yarzon attacking. Still, I don't see what all the fuss is about. For all the lengths one need travel and dangers one need brave, the fish tastes a little better than mud. Psst, pardon me, but perhaps I might persuade you to prepare them in a proper bath? Water washes off the waste you can wipe away, but the invisible vapors only vanish with vinegar. You must mind the mud you can't see. Speaking of the mud you can't see, where did you come out of all of a sudden? A good guildmaster gusts in and goes out like a gale. Now you see me, now you don't. I didn't even notice him there, yeah. Actually, I think we both still see you standing right there. But that is neither here nor there. Satara, there are a few fishermen who could haul in the catch you did today. Frankly, I've started to wonder how we ever got along without you. Well, I'm glad to hear that my skills are so valuable to the guild, though I'm surprised I haven't been here that long. Okay, so that is actually a downgrade despite the increased item level. Like, even the base stats are not as good. Let's see. Next could be the shoes, but again, that looks like it's going to be a downgrade. What the heck? Alright, fine. I will take the money, the rod, and the bass balls. Alright, that finishes up our fishing quest for the day, so let's move on to working on the fishing log. Let's see, first up we're going to be heading to, a completely new area that we've never been to before. That's exciting. I'll meet you over in Lower Lenosia. So while we have been to basically every major area in the Black Shroud and in Thanalin, there's actually a few areas we haven't been to here in Lenosia. A few areas we still have yet to visit, and we're going to be visiting one of them today. We're over here at Red Rooster Stead, well, north of the Red Rooster Stead, passing the Grey Fleet. And if we keep following this road up to the north, we'll come to an area we've never been to before. This area is going to be generally kind of level 30-ish, so we're fine in terms of being a fisher. We have hide on, or what's it called? Hide, sneak? The ability what prevents us from being spotted. But this is definitely a little bit higher than we've been to so far, so that's why we haven't been here till now. And if we take a look at the map, we can actually see what might be a familiar name to fans of Final Fantasy, Costa del Sol. There is also a ferry back to Limsa Lower Decks over to the ferry docks by the Fisherman's Guild, but I wanted to take the main road to show how to get there normally. We're not going to be heading up to Costa del Sol today. We're not going that far north. Instead, we're going to be dipping down to the waters over here, which are known as the South Bloodshore. And we're going to be doing our fishing today in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look real quick at what we need to catch. Let's see, crab ball looks like good baits for what we're looking for. And let's get fishing. Alright, here at the South Bloodshore, what are we gonna catch first? I am hoping for something blue. But honestly, a good chunk of these fish are gonna be new. We caught up Merlthor Goby. Dang it. Alright, well, we can still take a look at the fishing log and see what we haven't discovered. We are missing the 4th item on our list, as well as everything past the 5th. So we got a little bit of fishing we gotta get done. Oh, I've actually never paid enough attention before to notice that there does say whether there's time or special or weather restrictions on fish. I feel incredibly dumb, but then again, I always get that information from wikis, so it's no surprise I didn't go looking for it in-game. Alright, I'll be back when I catch my first fish. Alright, I took another look at what people were saying was successful for them, and the blue coral looks like I'm having better luck with the shrimp cage feeder. There should be a few more fish I can catch with the shrimp cage feeder. Yeah, looks like... But it looks like there is a better bait to use for the next fish on my list. Let's see, we have a steel jig, yes? Yes. Alright, caught a Bianak bream, our second new fish in the area. Next on our list, let's take a look. What bait would be good for you? Looks like a spoonworm would be ideal. Well, I have plenty of spoonworms. Alright, my mistake. The fish I was looking for actually has a time restriction of 6 p.m. or later, so we're gonna wait a little bit to catch that. Instead, I switch over to rat tails to catch a large Merlthor Goby, which we are now mooching, in order to hopefully catch any moment now. Looks like the odds are overwhelmingly in favor of catching what I want out of this. We got a silver shark. Yep, we caught a shark. That's a little bit terrifying. Alright then, now I just gotta wait for 6 p.m. so I can catch that, I believe, last fish for the area. Yeah. Those last two on the log, I don't believe we're able to get quite yet. Alright, the last fish in the area is the full moon sardine. Available from 6 p.m. onwards. Excellent, our next destination on our fishing log is actually going to take us to Thanolin. Hold it, I knew something was off. I knew there were too few fishing logs on my list. While I was editing, I realized that I forgot to write down the fishing holes that are level 25 for the Black Shroud and Thanolin. So I didn't actually end up recording those, even though I should have. So we're going to go ahead and go take care of those now, and then we will get back to the level 10 fishing holes in Thanolin to finish this off. I'm just going to splice this in right in the middle. Okay, so the first fishing hole we are going to is going to be here in the Shroud, in East Shroud, and we're going to make our way up through the Bramble Patch, and we're going for this bridge right here, I believe. Should be our level 25 spot. There's going to be one level 25 fishing hole here in the East Shroud, two in the South Shroud, one in West Thanolin, and one in South Thanolin. So I knew there were too few fishing holes on my list. I just didn't double check. My mistake. Okay, coming over here, let's just go ahead and take a bait. Let's go with the bass ball, and see what we catch. Alright, first fish is a new one, the spotted pleco. What's the ideal bait for that one? The spotted pleco. Really like searfid baskets, it looks like. But I guess I caught it with a bass ball. Nah, but it looks like searfid baskets are the best for that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our fishing log for the verdant drop. We've got the first 4. We're missing the next 2 after that. So let's see. Looks like the bass ball is good for that next one. And then a few more baits that are much higher level than we have access to right now. So let's keep going with the bass ball. Okay, caught ourselves a Ugram salmon, which is actually not the fish I was trying to catch right here. Ugram salmon is actually apparently very easy to catch with the sinking minnow bait, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, sinking minnow has like a nearly 70% catch rate for the Ugram salmon. But there's one more fish I'm looking for, maybe 2 actually. Yeah, I might be able to catch 2 more fish here. Alright, here we go. Caught the climbing perch. That was the other fish I was looking for with the bass ball. And the last fish we can catch here is a little bit high on the levels, but we actually match it in levels, so we might be able to get it. We're going to need a mooch for it, and we're going to need to start with the butterworm. Okay, let's use patience, and we're going to be going for a copperfish to use for mooching. Here we go, got ourselves a nice large copperfish. Now if we use it for mooching, cast it back out as bait, we should pretty quickly catch our target. There is a chance that the level 50 special fish that you're not supposed to catch yet will also pop up, but it's much, much rarer than the one we're going for, and looks like it has weather conditions, which I don't know if we're meeting right now. It's actually raining, so we could be meeting those conditions. And we got ourselves a fall jumper. There we go. Level 43 fish. Okay, that's everything we can do here at Verdant Drop, so next up I'll meet you at Buscaron's Druthers. Alright, looks like our next fishing spot's actually going to be coming before we get to Buscaron's Druthers over here by Quarry Mill. Specifically, we are going to be fishing in this river right over here. And then we'll get to the one over by Buscaron's Druthers afterwards. Okay, let's start with a crowfly. Let's use a reusable lure just to keep it simple. I'll mark off that we have found this spot on my list. And let's see what we catch. God, wrong button entirely. What am I thinking? I'm having a time, apparently. And we're gonna catch ourselves a rainbow trout. Alright, East Hathova River. Oh, we've got everything here already. Perfect. So just needed to mark it off our list. Beautiful. Then next up, we're gonna head over south of Buscaron's Druthers. Alright, as we head south of Buscaron's Druthers, we should be coming across a river as we head down here. There's a little lake over here we can fish in, but I think that's a level 30 fishing hole, so we're going to hold off on it for a little while. We'll get to it when we get to the level 30 quest and level 30 fishing holes. Hi there, Scarden Telepe. Alright, here we go. Here's the river we're looking for. Again, I'm going to go with a crowfly. I think we have everything in this spot already. Just need to mark it off our list. Alright, here we go. Got ourselves a fairy bass, and checking out Lower Hathova River, yeah, we've got everything here. Excellent. Okay, then next stop's gonna take us over to, let's go Southern Thanolin next. Alright, Alright, since we have not been to South Thanalan before in the main story, I want to make sure I've showed the path to get there. Just in case you haven't seen it, if you're skipping at certain episodes or only watching certain subsets of episodes. From Camp Drybone, just head southeast on the main road, past the Sand Gate, and we're going to be taking this southern path. And if we just keep heading south from here, past Halatali, we'll end up in southern Thanalan. I believe we've been here before for hunting logs for some of our combat classes, but I don't think we've been here for any real quests or anything. It's not too far from Ul'dah, literally out the east gate of Ul'dah, and then just head east like 100 meters and you're in eastern or southern Thanalan rather. But yeah, this is definitely a bit of a higher level area, so unlikely players will have come here outside of the main story by this point, or at least unlikely that they'll have stuck around. Okay, so our destination is known as Burnt Lizard Creek, and that is going to be, I believe, right at this bridge. Yeah, judging from the map I'm looking at, this bridge is where we want to go fishing here. Okay, we are going to want to use a crowfly here as our first bait, and we're likely going to be getting some new fish since we've never fished in southern Thanalan before. Let's see now. What are we gonna catch? Alright, nothing new with the warm water trout, but now we can take a look at the fishing log. We're missing the last 3, and we can get 2 of those. So for the first one, oh, haha, we're doing mooching again. Okay, so for the first one we want to catch, let's see, what's the best bait to catch the fish that we're going to be mooching? Looks like searfid baskets are pretty good, and honeyworms are pretty good. Actually, honeyworms might be perfect because they're also good for the other new fish we want to catch that doesn't require mooching. So, oh, wait. Before we do that, we're going to use patience so we can try and get a big one, a big copperfish so we can mooch. Yeah, there's copperfish everywhere it seems like. Alright, here we go. Got ourselves a good copperfish for mooching. And now we should be able to catch oh, no. Oh, that's the wrong button. I meant to hit precision hook set. I was expecting it to be powerful hook set, but we caught it anyway, and we got ourselves a lamprey. Alright, awesome. Now let's just go ahead and keep fishing and looking for the other fish that really likes honeyworms. Let's see, what else does it like? Just so we can see if there's anything better. Chocobo flies it likes. I'm not sure if we have any of those. It also really likes bass balls, about 45% catch rate on that. Nah, I don't need another copperfish, but thank you. Okay, let's try. Let's see, do we have a chocobo fly? Is that a bait we have? We do. Okay, it likes chocobo flies. It has a 57.6% catch rate on there, according to Final Fantasy XIV Angler. So let's see, can we catch it? Here we go, the plague fish. That's the other fish I was looking for. I'm surprised both of these relatively high item level fish were single exclamation marks. That definitely threw me off a bit. Alright then, that's everything for Burnt Lizard Creek, so one more in the Silver Bazaar over in Western Thanalan, and then we can get back to the level 10 fishing spots that I originally recorded. Actually, real quick on my way to West Thanalan, yes, the seasonal event for Christmas is underway, but more importantly, I realized after recording the episode that I completely forgot to actually check on my retainers and see how their ventures went. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that real quick on our way as well. Alright, we have cleared a venture with you. Just gotta hit view venture reports. Wait until you see the goods I got my paws on. Yeah, no kidding. What did you get? We got an elegant bronze piece and 45 lightning shards and 4,900 experience for you. Very nice. Awesome. Okay, so retainers can gain experience and levels. This in turn will allow your retainer to undertake a wider variety of ventures, yielding more desirable items. Moreover, equipping additional gear to your retainer will increase both the quantity and quality of the items procured. Awesome, you hit level 6. Alright, I'm not going to change up your equipment yet, but I will have to do that probably between episodes. I'll give you new equipment. In the meantime, I'm going to send you on another exploration mission. Let's do Highland Exploration 2. You have fun with that. And then we'll see how our other retainer did. Rahatia, how did you do? Oh, it's still, no. Okay, it's complete, it's complete. 6 bronze pieces, 8 beehive chips, nice, appreciate that, and you definitely got some levels out of that. No, don't go back on the same mission. Okay. Assign you a venture, woodland exploration, we'll give you level 2. Have fun. Alright, they should be back soon, and it won't be in until a few episodes from now that we'll actually be able to see the results. Yeah, it'll be a few episodes because I'm recording this later after I realized I messed up with the fishing logs. Alright, I'll see you over at the Silver Bazaar then. Alright, over here at the Silver Bazaar at the far west end of Western Thanalan, just straight southwest from Ul'dah. We've been here several times before, we've done some work in the area. Let's go ahead and find a good fishing spot, and then the first bait we're going to be using is the steel jig. We should have, I think, 3 new fish for us to catch in this area. So let's go ahead and cast and see what we get. Alright, we caught ourselves a hammerhead shark. That's actually kind of terrifying. Oh god. So yeah, Silver Bazaar, we need the last 4 fish, and taking a look... the last 2 we're probably gonna have to skip for now. These 2 we can catch though. So for this one, we're gonna want the sinking minnow as our bait. Where are you, sinking minnow? Hang on, I know it's in here somewhere. I have it, right? I should have it by this point. We've got the floating minnow. No, I guess we don't have the sinking minnow yet. Interesting, I could have sworn we did. Okay then, what's the next best bait? How are you with the floating minnow, I guess? Not listed at all. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, no, it's not a fan of the floating minnow. Okay. How about live bait? Spoon worms look like they work pretty well, with a 37% catch rate. There we go. Caught ourselves a... oh! We caught ourselves a Heraldor haddock. Okay, the drop rate on that one is extremely low. That is going to be this one, the second to the fish we could catch here, of these 2. I was actually planning on saying skip this one and get it somewhere else because there is another fishing hole much later on which has a much better rate of catching it, but dang, I'm surprised we were able to get it here, and I'm very pleased, of course. Alright, one more fish we can catch for now. And we got ourselves an indigo herring. That's the last of the fish that I needed to get in this area. And that is the last of the fish in the fishing holes that I missed in the initial recording, so let's go ahead and cut on back to my original recording, where we should be doing level 10 fishing holes here in Thanalan. So, see you then. Alright, so here in western Thanalan, just west of Horizon and east of Vesper Bay, we have a new fishing spot. Okay, let's see. For our bait, the first thing we want is bloodworms, of which we have many. And let's see what we catch here at the Footfalls. Alright, our first fish is a new one, the mud skipper. And taking a look at what's on our fishing log, we are missing the fourth one, and that's it. Okay, looks like it's slightly out of order on my fishing log guide, so let me see. We've got you. I think I found the one I'm missing. Let's see, we've got copperfish, we've got acorn snail, we've got fairy bass, and mud skipper and crayfish. Okay, I know which one we're missing. In that case, the bait we're going to want to use is... looks like a bass ball would be our best bet. Okay, let's pull out those bass balls. Where are you? There you are. And let's get fishing. There we are, caught our mud crab, finishing up the Footfalls. Next on our list is going to take us to Central Thanalan. Alright, over here in Central Thanalan, our first destination is going to be down here in the little Silda excavation site, just north of Ul'dah. Then west around the corner and down the cliff. We've seen this place a few times before. And our ideal bait is going to again be the bass ball for our first fish, and I think only fish we want to catch here. Alright, will we catch it first try? I'm hoping. It's not a guarantee, but would be neat. No. Alright. Well, just to confirm, yeah, there's just the one fish we need to catch. There we are, caught our new fish, the Aegis shrimp. Excellent. That completes what we can do in this area for the time being, so one last fishing hole for today. Alright, our last new fishing hole for the day. I do not believe there's any new fish we need to catch, but there is a fishing hole we at least need to fill in. And that's going to be way down here at the very southeast corner of the clutch. Way up in the northeastern edge of Central Thanalan, right before you head to Eastern Thanalan. And we've just got a big old lake here. No particular fish we're looking for, I don't believe, so any bait will do. Well, any freshwater bait. And as soon as a fish bites, let's reel you in and check the fishing log. Beautiful. Got the bone crayfish. And yeah, this area is filled in. Fantastic. Alright, just one more episode of catching up and then we are caught up with the fishing log. Just got those level 15 spots left to go. Oh, I am so excited. We're making good progress. And our fishing guide is getting pretty filled in, which makes me very happy. Just look at that. One missing on the first page, one on the second, and then it starts to fall apart from there. But we've almost got the first 2 pages completely done, which is exciting. Alright then, with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I'm going to meet you over in Gridania, because we are going to be taking on, if I remember correctly, Yes, I do. We're going to be taking on our level 25 botanist quest, Aromatic Aspirations. I'll see everyone next time for that.